Renegade, 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 renegade.
They call a podcast Poppy.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between and the Green Bay Packers. With that, let's get up to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Standing by for the call from venerable Lambeau Field, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are in more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And Charles, we look at a matchup like this, it's really the running backs that may take center stage here. Work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their big offseason signing from Michigan State in his 7th year. It's the veteran Kirk Cousins.
I do hear some mild criticism of Kirk Cousins in his play the last few seasons in Washington, mainly because the team was just 24-23-1. But I also saw a quarterback with an offensive line that essentially introduced itself to each other in the huddle before the first snap in Seattle against one of the best defenses in the NFL. Win that game with big plays late. This is a tough-minded, hard-nosed, gritty quarterback that tends to inspire a team to play better around him.
A first down throw for Cousins. Powering his way forward. Wright's got it. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Tackle there by Clay Matthews. And here is the Minnesota Vikings starting lineup. The offensive line right now, Charles, a bit of a question mark. Center Nick Easton lost for the season with a neck injury, and a couple others dinged up as well.
Yeah, Rashad Hill, who's been a swing tackle for them. Mike Remmers, who's played tackle and guard. They've been a little bit banged up in the preseason. Pat Elflein, who normally starts at center. They expect him back to start the season so he can fill in for where Nick Easton went out. But they have to get all those guys back and get some continuity to protect their new quarterback, Kirk Cousins.
They run, Cook, and forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Off the play fake, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Defensively, here's how they'll line up for Green Bay. One name out for the year with the ACL injury, linebacker Jake Ryan.
So they're going to need someone to pair with Blake Martinez inside, someone to step up Keep an eye on Oren Burks, the rookie out of Vanderbilt, a former safety in college who moved to linebacker while he played for the Commodores. He could very well be a rookie starter for the Packers in 2018.
Play fake. Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. This is first and goal from about the 8. They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll give it to him up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. And I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal. Throwing is Cousins. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Daniel Carlson now for the Viking field goal. This just a 24-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Packers onto the field. Aaron Rodgers leading the way, and it's been an eventful camp so far for Aaron Rodgers. Remember, still have Cobb and Adams, but some young guys in the mix.
And I was at practice when Aaron Rodgers didn't like the effort level of his young receivers. In fact, he was quoted afterwards saying something I can't say here to step up. We're talking about young receivers like Jamad Moore out of Missouri, Equanimous St. Brown out of Notre Dame, Marquez Valdez-Scantling out of USF. He needs them to step up. But the guy he's been most comfortable with in training camp, Jake Kummerow out of Division III Wisconsin Whitewater, the cousin of the Chargers' Joey Bosa.
On the crossing route, complete. That's Adams. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Let's go, come on.
Rodgers now on first down. Finding room inside the 40. The left side throw complete to Adams. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
319!
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
And Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. Introduced himself with authority on that play.
They run it again with Williams. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And out now come the Vikings. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Following the interception, Cousins. He'll find Thielen. Catch there, brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 71 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Carlson now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. As the Packers make their way back out here on offense, talk about Mr. Davis's trip to Green Bay. You've been doing the camp visits, and you went up to Green Bay. You had a great time, didn't you?
I certainly did, partner, and I went full fan, full historian, you know, Packers lore. So while I was there, I drove to Vince Lombardi's house and kind of commune there for a little while. And the people who lived there, the same family that bought it from the Lombardi family back in late 1960s, still there, and they're used to this. I went by the Union Hotel where the Packers were formed. I went by St. Norbert's College where the Packers used to do the entire training camp. The only thing I haven't done yet, visited Curly Lambeau's gravesite. That's my next visit.
And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
Danielle Hunter is an excellent example of the right player, the right athlete, meeting the right scheme. And he found it in Minnesota under head coach Mike Zimmer. Many people thought he might have been too undersized to play defensive end. What Zim saw was a heck of a guy off the edge, super quickness, someone who can get to the quarterback in the right situations, and that's how he deploys him.
And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
319.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. Rodgers to Allison, good for a Green Bay first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start.